Please don't see him.
Like nobody
What?
or anything.
He's a good mayor. Please don't be the
Oh my God. Wait, she's just a fan, dude. She's like, I love how his mayoral duties have been my favorite. Take me to jail instead. I love the way he's being the mayor. When a corrupt politician realizes he's been caught. Wait, what is this? Hold on. I want to watch it. Today we will look at the 3 most despicable politicians ever recorded on body cam footage showing how corrupt some of them can be. Oh,
we're working through it. Need help in or are you good?
No, I'm looking through.
okay, we're going to do this and then we'll do the Domino's Pizza one, who's on the Noid, which is a fun story.
It's Asplin. It'll be on all the paperwork.
This is me getting fired, is what it is.
Yep, I'm right there with you. That's my name like 3 times.
Politicians are still everywhere, and they control our laws.
You said fun? What do you mean? Of course this is fun. Detective Williams, when corrupt politician realizes he's been caught, his videos are fucking fire. I think they might be AI created, but ultimately I don't give a shit because they are, these compilations are pretty fucking good. We won't avoid the Noid. Don't worry. We're going to get to the Noid. Also, I'm going to take Kaya out to pee.
What happens when they are the ones who commit crimes? Here are 3 more times when politicians realize they've been caught. Starting with 70-year-old Fort Wayne, Indiana, Mayor Tom Henry, who had been driving at night after an event and crashed with another car.
Hello? What's going on today? What can I do for you?
Well, obviously, I swung too wide on the roundabout. Hit her side mirror.
Okay, you guys coming through the roundabout?
Yeah.
I was going this way. He was coming this way.
Yeah.
He was in my lane coming straight.
I went around it.
I went to slow down and it just.
All right, so
you.
Sir?
I'm Tom Henry.
Yes, sir.
What got you?
I just do the...
Okay, that's good enough.
I don't do that for the COVID.
I understand.
So you guys just want to stand over here closer to the car so we don't get hit. So which...
It was me.
So you're just coming out of the roundabout and you were on Old Mill?
I went around too
Yeah, I
wide.
was going this way.
Okay.
I thought I made the curve and I didn't.
Okay.
That was my fault.
Mayor Henry tells one of the first officers to arrive at the scene that he was the one who caused the crash. The officer then asks for his driver's license and insurance. Instead, Henry keeps giving the officer his health insurance card, and he also confuses his business card with his driver's license. When Mayor Henry couldn't find the cards he was asked to provide, he went on the defensive by saying there was no need for him to show the officer his cards because he was insured by the city and because he was the mayor.
Jesus Christ. That's my wife's. I'm insured by the city. I was asleep. I'm not here. For God's sake, I'm insured by the city.
You're insured by the city of Fort Wayne?
Do you think?
I don't know. I don't know how that runs. I understand. But
I'm insured by the city.
okay.
Take it.
That's a city car?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, all right. That's your health insurance card. I don't need that.
That's yours. Is that mine or yours? Okay, I'm sorry.
Henry later approached the officer, complaining that his wife was sick and needed a ride home immediately. He also told the officer to call Fort Wayne Police, Chief Steve Reed, but the officer, despite taking his personal information,
motherfucker pulling rank instantaneously, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. Party Animals is what I would download if I were to download and play a game, by the way, chatter, who was asking. Party Animals or the actually, you know what? I'm gonna get it right now.
wasn't going to take his chances.
Oh fuck, I forgot. Party Animals is just Gang Bees? Yeah, except not broken, okay? It's literally Gang Bees, but not fucking broken.
By letting the mayor go.
She's very ill. She has cancer and she's very, very sick. She needs a ride home right now.
She needs a what?
A ride home.
A ride home?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get a unit out here to take her home.
I'm the mayor. Goddamn it. Take her home right now. Steve, I don't care who you call. You take my wife home.
You want me to take her home?
Yes, right now. And with lights and siren.
Where's home at? What's the address?
Out in the northwest part of town. Off of Harris Road.
Off Harris Road?
I'll be on Steve.
Okay.
Right now. Right now.
Okay.
What it takes. That's
okay.
an order.
It's an order? All right.
A few minutes later, other units arrived at the scene, and the officer who stopped the mayor
New audit, the audit video goes crazy as well. Man, I fucking love this shit, dude. It's so
was called
good.
aside by his sergeant and
Hold on, I
asked
gotta
what
pee.
had happened.
Crash. He's I'll stay on his feet. He's all over losing his balance.
Okay. Did you offer him CCT?
No, I didn't do anything.
Okay. It's just,
Our supervisor should probably be on the scene before anything like that goes on. He's sucking on breath mints one after another.
okay.
He asked for his license. He gave me his business card. I said, "That's a business card." And he gave me his. I said, "Well, you can keep that." And kept asking for his auto insurance. He kept looking for it. Then he realized that he's driving a city car, it's city insurance.
Seeing that his movements and demeanor are that of an impaired person, Mayor Henry performs a breathalyzer test.
Deep breath and blow.
Probably 4.0. No,
You'd be dead if it was 4.0.
I know.
Sir, I do appreciate your cooperation. Okay.
We have to do it.
Okay.
What is it?
156.
You're over the legal limit.
That's about twice.
Not twice.
Ooh.
Having tested a 0.15, the officers know what needs to happen, but it surely wasn't going to be easy for them, seeing who they were dealing with.
Sergeants.
Go, turn around for me, please. Put your hands behind your back.
Hands behind your back for just a minute here.
Yep, behind your back. There we go.
No, you're just being detained right now for suspicion
let
of
go.
drunk driving, sir.
Let go of your hands. Whose car is this?
0.15, not as high as I thought it might be. Really? He seems to be fucking doing fine. Maybe my assessment of drunk people caught on body camera is so broken because we watched too many cops get arrested for drunk driving. And when a cop gets arrested for drunk driving, they're like their fucking body, their BAC is more alcohol than blood at that point. Okay, they have like 200% BAC. So that's why I'm like used to people just being so fucking absolutely shit faced. They're like, ugh, am I a cop? I don't fucking know, like that kind of shit. Yeah, he's just like an entitled. He came across like a entitled old man rather than someone who is like genuinely fucking sloshed. Okay.
Mine. Let's wait. Let's see.
He said go. Yeah, he already said yes, we're doing this.
You're going to take me in?
Well,
Can you have a seat for me?
see what he-
2 times above the legal limit is just about normal for a drunk driver. Yeah, you can drive better. Listen, a lot of people fail to factor in that like a lot of drunk drivers are not necessarily drunk crashers, right? So 2 times the legal limit just simply means like you're a good ass drunk driver. You're a really good drunk driver. 2 times the legal limit, not a big deal, right? The normal amount of drunk driving, yeah.
Have a seat for me?
You're going to actually take me in?
We're working through it.
We're waiting to see.
Right now, you're just being detained. Can you please have a seat? You need help in or are you good?
No. I'm looking at your name.
It's Asplin. It'll be on all the paperwork.
He was going on the opposite direction in a roundabout. Yeah, because he's old, you know? It's because he's old. That's why, not because he's drunk. Aiden has Kim Jong-un. Oh my God. Watch. That's what you sound like. Kim Jong-un. At a certain point, it's just like you're making noises. You're not even saying the person's name.
I'm sorry?
Asplin?
Oh, I understand what you're doing. I just want to know.
Seeing such an extreme hesitation from the officer,
I read what he said. He said Kim Jong-un. And I read that. If you want to be snarky and be like, call me a racist, then, you know, get your ass clapped.
to arrest the mayor could be first noticed as despicable. Still, being in their position, their jobs and careers are literally on the line, especially after observing how Mayor Henry asked the female officer her name multiple times. The officers then said something that a police officer should never be allowed to say when doing their job.
This is me getting fired, is what it is.
Yep, I'm right there with you. He's asked my name like 4 times.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, except let's be fucking really real, all right? They never say that. They never do anything that's like disruptive to the powers that be.
I'm going to get fired. And so are all of you. So it's been nice working with you. It's been a good 3 years.
I might as well start looking for other departments now.
Yeah, by the way, fired in cop speak means going to a different department. I wish they did get fired. Yeah, fucking taking down an honest man or living moss, you know? I agree. What's next, dude? At the top of the hour, you're going to see a 3-minute ad break and you're going to have no way of avoiding those ads? Like, they're coming for everything at this point.
I'll go back to school.
If this wasn't enough corruption already, even the sergeant is threatened by the whole situation.
Just with you.
Obviously, we're all in the same boat here.
Yeah. We just need a report from you. We're going to get the wife, see if she can drive. If she
Okay.
can drive. Who's working the
He
crash?
was saying she had some kind of medical condition, so
Where's she
I don't
at?
know. He's in this car.
Do we handcuff him?
Yes.
Do we handcuff him behind him?
Yes.
He told them to.
Okay. If he's good, that's good. Okay. I just.
He's not good.
He's not good with it. He doesn't want to be handcuffed. He doesn't want to be in the car. So,
And he's already threatening us.
yeah.
Leave it the way it is now.
Okay.
I was going to do it a little bit differently, but we're good. We're fine.
I thought you said just go for it and then you
I
left, so I
told you
didn't.
guys.
No. Listen, I was just going to handcuff him in the front. Please go there in the front. But you're there, so it doesn't matter. Let me find out from Chief. He's talking to Coleman.
Cool.
I'm going to call Coleman in just a second. See how. Either I'm going to walk through this with you, and it's going to be my name on everything, with you running everything. If you're good with that.
I'll do whatever you need me to.
I want to walk through this thing.
At the end of the day, I got to do my job regardless of who it is.
We
so.
are, yes, that's, so you do your report the way you saw it. You did a perfect job. You know, like I told you, we don't do this the right way, someone's going to find out. Okay, you just going to back to bite you one way or another.
Yep, it's
So
gonna.
this way you can go face it and walk through it. Say I made mistakes and people can forgive.
The mayor then expresses his disappointment as he couldn't believe they had him in handcuffs and in the backseat of a car like a common criminal. Henry later asked who had spoken to the chief and got angry when he learned that his wife was still in the vehicle at the scene of the car crash.
Who talked to the chief?
I did, sir.
I need to know. Who?
This Wilkins.
Officer who?
Watching them calculate this is so funny. In a normal world, they'd be able to arrest a clearly drunk mayor without any problems, and yet, yeah, it almost feels like this is yet another reinforcement that police are not there to protect and serve the interests of the citizens, but instead protect and serve the interests of capital and those in positions of power, like the motherfucking mayor. That's the entire point. Literally go to any big city, and the Sergeant Benevolence Association basically runs the fucking show. They threaten the mayor. In New York, they literally arrested Bill de Blasio's child and doxed them. Okay, misgender them, dox them. They made threats to Bill de Blasio at the time, like, you know, as long they run the show. Smaller cities like this, smaller towns like this, the mayor kind of runs the show because he is the one who is friendly with the chief. They are all defending the interests of capital. They're defending the interests of the real estate developers and whatnot. So, of course, you know, the cops are thinking twice before actually harming someone who has the power to destroy them. If it's an average Joe, if it's a regular old citizen, they beat the fuck out of them. Like, they, for a little bit of lip. You saw how they behaved even in Rhode Island against white people at a fucking yuppie ass, like, a yuppie ass wedding.
Sergeant Wilkins.
And
We're doing everything the correct way.
Steve, okay.
We're doing everything.
That's fine.
We're walking through this. We got to walk through this, sir. Okay? We're walking
Where's
through
my
it.
wife?
We have her, sir. We're about to
It's
get
on
her.
her way home, goddamn sake.
We're going to get home. She's on her way home. We had to get your car out of here first before we get her
I
home.
don't give a about me. I don't care about her.
Sir, just watch yourself coming in. We're shutting the door.
All right, we're good.
When they got to the station, Henry was read his offenses and was asked to take a chemical test, which he agreed to.
We read this in the car.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to read it to you again, okay? So it's on this camera. Yep. Yep.
My camera up here.
There's one there, and there's one there. And there's here, and there, and there.
I understand.
So this is just Indiana implied consent warning. It says, I have probable cause to believe that you've operated a vehicle while intoxicated. I must now offer you the opportunity to submit to a chemical test and inform you that your refusal to submit to a chemical test will result in the suspension of your driving privileges for 1 year. If you have at least one previous conviction for operating while intoxicated, your refusal to submit to a chemical test will result in the suspension of your driving privileges for 2 years. Having read that, will you take the chemical test? Okay, thank you.
This was when Henry realized the trouble he had gotten into, as he then asked the officers if they were being recorded and pleaded to turn it off, but they refused.
Are we still on record?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you about the jail, the new jail situation. Turn it on. Turn those off.
Oh, that's the problem, sir. We can't.
Oh, that's the problem.
That's the policy we have.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's the problem, sir. If only we could, man. If only we could. That's the problem.
Yeah, we get in trouble if we turn them off.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
While they waited for the test results, the female officer performed a few other tests on Henry. As every test confirmed that he was under the influence, Henry was told he'd have to spend about 6 hours in a cell.
Requires you'd be here for 6 hours and 40 minutes. Stay long. No way around it. You're at the level that you are. You have a cell to yourself, away from everybody else. And we've been very specific to just get you in here.
Can I talk to you?
No, sir. No, sir.
I can't talk to the chief.
No, sir.
I can't talk to the sheriff.
The mayor didn't seem very happy when he was told he could neither talk to the chief.
Same place recently lit a cop off with a $35 fine for hitting and killing a pedestrian. Wait, what? No fucking shot. Also, I forgot to run the top of the hour ad break, so I'm going to run it right now. Sorry. Bro, what is happening? Fort Wayne officer who struck and killed a pedestrian ordered to pay $35.50 fine? What? In the 5th on-duty collision of his career? Bro, 5th? Dude, what is happening? 5? Bro, this guy's a menace. That is so nuts, dude. Get him off the fucking streets, brother. Take his fucking license away. What the fuck? Prosecutors instead opted to file a Class A infraction due to failure to yield instead against a sergeant. Allen County Prosecutor Mike McAlexander announced his office finding that Hardup was not criminally liable. How? Najeski had the right of way to cross the street when he was struck in the crosswalk the prosecutor's office found. As he turned east onto Main Street, Hardup had a green light. Dude, I hate America so much. Only in America, baby. Oh, he crossed during a green light? Well, you know, then you can murder him. It's legal. Like, why even teach people that pedestrians have right of way in every circumstance and to be careful when it's like totally legal to do a cool murder? Green means go and kill the person who's walking. That's what it means. In the release, McAlexander said Hardup submitted the chemical testing, provided statements and interviews to investigating agencies. So yeah, he was sober too. Wait, Najeski had the right of way to cross the street? As he turned east on the Main Street, Hardup had a green light? Wait, how does Najdesky have the right of way and they still found him not criminally? What the fuck? This cop had other incidents? Yeah, 4 other incidents, dude. He's struck four other people before killing this guy. The victim was crossing at a red correctly. The cop had a green, turned left into him. Like, what's the motivating principle here? America's love for cars? Is that what it is? Because, like, a love for cars means that, you know, you have a love for vehicular manslaughter, too. Like, it comes with the territory. You know, this is what the 15-minute city wants to take away from you. 15-minute cities want to take this away from you. You should be able to murder pedestrians, like, or it just makes your life much more fun and interesting when you can just be struck by a cop at any given moment when you're living in a non-15-minute city. You've clearly never hit a person with a car, nothing quite like it. Cars don't kill people. Cops don't kill people when they're driving the car. It's the pedestrians that kill themselves. It's like guns don't kill people, okay? It's the people that run in front of bullets that is the major problem. I figured it out. NRA, hire me. New propaganda unlocked. Guns don't kill people. Even the people pulling the trigger don't kill people. It's the people that are basically landing themselves in front of the bullets that kill themselves. It's kind of interesting how nobody talks about that.
sheriff. He was then scanned before being escorted to his cell. By the time they got to the cell, Henry still tried to put up a fight. He then faced the sergeant and instructed him to call Chief Steve.
I will give me, goddamn it, she's got medical problems. You know that.
I'll give you her phone number. I will call her and let her know how long.
Who's a problem leader in this?
I'm the quadrant sergeant.
Hafner.
Is it PJ or
Hafner.
This happened.
Get hold of Steve. Have to get hold of me. Now,
Do you want me?
have Steve get hold of me now.
But you have to stay
That's an
here.
order.
Do you want me to call your wife and let her know how long?
No. Call Steve and have him get here now. That's an order.
I will. This is what I'm going to do.
That's an order.
I'm going to call.
You understand what I'm saying?
I will call the chief of police and let him know what this position is right now.
Yes, jaywalking was invented to provide legal immunity exactly in this situation. Yeah, jaywalking is illegal because we need a car-reliant infrastructure and we need to protect those who drive vehicles as opposed to those who are walking. And also, we eviscerated sidewalks in general because why the fuck do you need a sidewalk? What are you, poor? You have to walk? Stupid. You know? Everybody has a car, dumbass. Where are you going to walk? To the gay store to do gay stuff? Yeah, exactly. Fucking owned. Typical shit. I almost had to walk somewhere today. It was horrible. Yeah, where are you walking to? The dick sucking factory? Exactly. Fucking got him.
I will let him know.
Either Steve gets here or Steve gets here. Now.
Sir, you got to
I don't care what time it is.
Sir, you got to step aside.
I will.
Thank you. Very
But
much.
I just want to
I'm sorry for these circumstances.
I want one of them here now.
Okay.
In a weird way, it is quite fun to watch cops be so apologetic for fucking doing their jobs whenever it's like a position, whenever it's a person with a position of power.
I will let.
That's an order.
Okay, I hear you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A plea agreement was reached in early November 2022, which required Henry to pay $3,166 in restitution, as well as a $25 fine and nearly
That's it?
$800 in court costs and filing fees. Not the kind of punishment.
That's it for fucking drunk driving, dead to rights? Dude, are you... Oh my God. Fuck this city. Fuck the state of Indiana. Indiana can suck my cock, dude. Everything I learned about Indiana today, specifically Fort Wayne, has been nutty. I hate it. This goddamn city, this town, this state. What the fuck is going on? What is happening, man? The hell's going on there? Yo, he's still the mayor? Shut the fuck up.
You would expect from someone capable of freely threatening the police. But if you thought entitled and corrupt politicians end here, 40-year-old Sam Cramblet II, the mayor of Ironton, Ohio, who was arrested on August 20th, 2022 for allegedly running over a stop sign and failing to use his turn signal while driving impaired. Not long after, a trooper pulled the mayor over and asked for his ID.
Is this your vehicle, sir?
You think Chicago any better? I mean, better than this. At least there's like, dude, listen, this is where libtard cities actually kind of win out, okay? 100%. Yeah, like, there are certain things, like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, LA is a shithole, okay? Like, it's a shithole, for sure. There's a lot of corruption. Our sheriff's department literally has a gang, okay? But having said all that, like, there's certain things there that just, you know, you can't get away with. I don't think even, like, Rahm Emanuel could get away with operating black site torture facilities for the Chicago Police Department, but I don't think he'd be able to get away with, like, you know, drunk driving and shit.
Yes. All right, where are you guys trying to get to?
We're just going in here. I was bringing them here.
I got you. All right, well, the reason I got you stopped for a few reasons. One, when you was coming down the road there, you didn't even stop at the stop sign at that four-way.
Which one?
That's how you fucking know, by the way. Like, this guy immediately, you know he's got cop skull, okay? And he's the mayor. And he's coming at this from a position of authority. How do you know? Because he's blasting music. There's never been a point where any normal human being that has ever fucking encountered a cop has been allowed to blast music as the cops pulled him over. No shot.
That's South 4th.
Where? That's how that's it?
Yeah.
I stopped.
I was coming down South 4th this way, and so you come right through the intersection. And then you come up here, and your left tail light's busted. You got one light coming the rear.
I knocked that out.
And then when you turn right here on the South 30, you get your signal.
Yeah. No, I knocked that out recently when we went to the beach.
All right, well, back here with me for a minute. All right. How much have you had to drink tonight?
Me? I had a couple earlier.
Okay.
But, like, I was just driving them.
Let's walk back here, please.
All right.
While looking for proof of insurance and vehicle registration, the officer noticed how slow and sluggish his movements were and asked how much he had to drink before telling him to wait by...
See, look. Libtarded city, right? Chicago chief of police was found asleep drunk as fuck after a party with a side piece. Former Chicago police superintendent Eddie Johnson, apparently passed out in his running car at a stop sign in Bridgeport for nearly 2 hours after consuming several large servings of rum at a bar in the Loop. An investigation by the city watchdog concluded. Like, he's not still the fucking superintendent, you know what I mean? Come on, man, it's late. I was taking a little nappy poo.
By his car. Though, as many of you would expect, it wasn't long before he mentioned who he was to the officer.
This is off the record. I'm the mayor here in Ironton. Okay. I was just wondering what you guys were doing in town.
Someone look it up. I wonder what he's doing now. No, now he's the country prosecutor? No, he's not. What does he do now? What does the superintendent do now? Please. American retired police officer. He started 62nd superintendent. Yeah, he was dismissed. Yeah, what do you mean? Wait, no, he was he was caught drunk driving after he was dismissed. Yeah, he was dismissed at that point. And he was collaborating with the U.S. federal government's efforts to round up illegal immigrants as a sanctuary city, embroiling Johnson with a newly elected President Donald Trump. Oh, he did not want to collaborate with the U.S. federal government. He was based. Trump, in turn, traded words with Johnson, who criticized Chicago officials over their mishandling of the city's high crime rate. And then he was retired. He was forced to retire. Oh, he was forced to retire after officers found him asleep in the vehicle. It wasn't in 2020 where he was asleep in his vehicle. And apparently, the real reason why he retired probably was this. CPD officer Cynthia Donald sued Johnson for sexual assault and harassment. Oh, dude, least crooked cop, by the way. Like, least crooked fucking cop. Why is every cop like this? I don't understand. There's so many. I mean, I do understand, actually. I perfectly understand it. I talk about it all the fucking time. It's because the system allows them to be this way and demands that they're like...
I just enforcing traffic laws.
Okay.
All right, I'll take a look at your eyes real quick, make sure it's drives. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Sam tries to persuade the trooper by saying he's the mayor and asks what he is doing.
All right, well, we are rid of the megaphonic scourge for at least a week. There you go. You did it. I should perma you. I probably might change my mind and perma you later down the line. Okay, very nice.
There, but the officer shows no concern about Sam being the mayor and simply tells him that he is on patrol. After a series of questions, the trooper then starts performing a series of tests on the mayor. A few minutes later, a lady approached the duo, asking that the trooper take her instead of the mayor. However, the trooper refused and helped the woman back across the road.
Take me to Jones.
Like, nobody
What?
or anything.
He's a good mayor. Please take me to Jones.
Oh my God. Wait, she's just a fan, dude. She's like, I love how his mayoral duties have been my favorite. Take me to jail instead. Fuck it. I love the way he's being the mayor. I love how good of a mayor he's been. Everybody talks about my stands, but none of you stands would actually ride like this. Okay, you would not throw your body in my stead, okay? You would never demand to be thrown in jail in my place. How do you become a groupie for a mayor? I don't get it. I actually don't understand how. Yeah, y'all ran from the fucking barbs, dude. Y'all ran from the barbs. Not a single one of you.
It has nothing to do with that.
I promise you, take me to Jones.
Pull me over because would you stop? I have a light out, okay?
He has a brake light out, I know.
Yeah, it's okay.
Take me to Jones. Tim.
Yo, what's going on with white women? Really, though? Like, what's happening? Are white women all right? Someone explain to me what the fuck is happening here.
What we're going to do is we're going to walk back across the bridge. We're going to stay over there. All right. There's no cars coming. Stand over here. Don't go nowhere.
Me?
Yeah.
Hey, please.
Can I sit?
Walk. Yeah.
Okay.
Take me to Jones.
Walk over here.
Mayor Sam just said that no one is in trouble, but it's completely delusional of him to think his position would free him from what's coming. The officer then helped the woman cross the street and go back to her house. When he came back, he put the mayor in the back seat of the car and moved the traffic stop to a nearby empty parking lot.
Nope. Oh, I have to get in the back?
Yeah.
Can we just walk over there?
I can't. I gotta have my car.
That's gonna look awful. Like, I
Do you
don't
want to go up there or you want to stay here?
arrest.
I didn't say he was under arrest. You want to go up there?
Yeah. All right. Sure.
Soon after, he resumed the tests.
4, 5,
Bro, thank God they're censoring his like skinny ass toothpick legs, dude.
6.
Bro, all you need in fucking Steelton or whatever, Ironton, whatever the fuck this Pennsylvania town is called, or Ohio, all you need to do is just like be a little jacked, okay? And you got white ladies. Hasan, don't come for his legs. I will always, okay? I got some big ass fucking legs. I never skip leg day. Anyway, it's just like you need to be a little jacked, and then women will come out of their homes to defend you like the Fedayeen.
7.
All right. Yeah. You turn around, face straight ahead.
10. 11.
Just pick your foot and continue where you left off.
Can't do a different foot.
If you want.
The mayor did not do well in any of the tests, as the trooper observed 7 standard cases of impairment. To confirm this, the trooper walked to his car and brought out a breathalyzer test kit, which he asked the mayor to perform.
Oral breath test, not admissible in court. You don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. If you do want to do it, all I need you to do is take one big deep breath, create a seal through your lips around the straw. Just one continuous blow until I take a stop.
If I don't want to do it,
You don't have to. It's
what does that mean? No.
That means that we won't do oral breath test.
And then what?
I'll go from there, make a decision whether I believe you're impaired or not.
I don't know, I've always heard things like of doing it or not doing it.
It's your choice. You don't have to do it. It's up to you.
Sam hesitates for a long while before refusing to take the test. The trooper immediately wasted no time in arresting the mayor, who was then handcuffed and read his Miranda rights.
I don't want to do it.
Stand right here and face my car. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for operating a vehicle under the influence. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say cannot be against you in court.
Sadly for the community, the prosecutors recused themselves from the case due to the city funding a portion of the court's cost, showing how corrupt things can be. But it isn't always the case when despicable politicians don't pay for their wrong actions, especially if we are talking about Brandon Whipple. 41-year-old Brandon Whipple, mayor of Wichita, Kansas, who on September 24th, 2020...
Oh, I didn't realize so many mayors also love drunk driving. Like, I thought this was mostly cop activities. God, Americans really do love drunk driving, man, just across the board. And I feel like our BAC, like legal limit is also higher than the global limit is. Like in most other countries is even lower than that. And even then we still get popped regularly, dude. I guess what we should do is increase it a little bit more. It's like 0.05 in places. Some places literally 0.1. It actually is crazy. Lack of public transit. Yeah, no, exactly. That is precisely the problem. But it's also America, so it's like I feel like our public transit drive, like our bus drivers would be fucking hammered. You know what I mean? Anna was just talking shit about you and saying you trash Jank in Twitter and on your channel, and she said, fuck your nephew. That's funny.
22 seemingly attempted to exert his political influence to cut in line at a...
My favorite is when you get fucking caught drunk driving in the middle of the day, though. That's like undefeated. You know what I mean? There's no better time to get caught drunk driving than in the middle of the day, because that means you are God's drunkest driver at that point, okay? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? How'd you get so shit-faced? Where did you go to get shit-faced? This one's not a DUI. Oh, damn it. Really? Wait, he skipped the line? Man, what the fuck? He got arrested for skipping a line?
Neighborhood event to throw away his garbage at a cleanup in a Wichita neighborhood, but was immediately confronted by a police officer.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm getting screamed at by one of your cops. Who's the chief now?
Who's the chief?
Yeah. Lynn's still the chief?
Yeah.
I got a guy who doesn't know who I am, and he's just screaming at me to turn around and incredibly rude. So I'm going to figure out how to report this. He's still the chief until...
Oh, this guy's such an asshole. I'm glad he got fucked, dude. I hope he got fucked. This is ridiculous. I mean, he's such a fucking annoying little nuisance.
This week?
Yeah. He's the chief for the week. They overlap. Livingston starts on Livingston.
All right.
Immediately after the interaction started, Whipple was annoyed because the officer didn't know who he was, then called city manager Robert Layton and asked how to file a complaint against an officer, while Officer Vogt watched calmly and gave his officer identification.
Ford Ranger driver behavior? No. How dare you? Ford Rangers are fucking dope. That's crazy. Ford Rangers are like actually some of the only viable, decent fucking Fords out there. It's actually unironically F-150 behavior, not a fucking Ranger behavior at all. Wild take, no shot, dude. Anyone who has a F-150 or above behaves way worse than this, okay? Classic like contractor who only shows up at the job site one time and doesn't do a single piece of work. King Rancher, always detailed, not a single speck of dust on that bad boy. No shot. Entitled asshole. Ford Rangers are like the American Tacomas. Well, not even Tacomas, the Hiluxes of the United States of America. Pavement Princess. What about a 350 dually? That's what I got. You better be fucking literally directly using that as a agricultural, for some agricultural purpose, okay? What the hell? A 350 is literally just like, it's basically like a fucking 18-wheeler in Europe, okay? What the hell are you using it for? They added the Riz GIF in your merch mail. Oh, ew, they say comrade in the merch mail? That's so fucking lame. I wish I didn't know that.
I'm still the chief, so how do I file a complaint against one of our officers?
Oh, I gotta tell them not to ever do that ever again. I hope that wasn't real. Please tell me that wasn't real. Chatter, please tell me that wasn't real. I'm literally texting him right now. They do tons of cringe shit like that. I have no idea. I have no control over any of that.
VOGT.
My ID is 2348, sir.
2348. And this guy just went nuts on me because I turned into a parking lot wrong. Yeah, he's right now. He's writing down my ID and stuff. He has no idea who I am. Yeah.
I know who you are, Mr. Mayor. Hello, sir. Officer Vogt with the Wichita Police Department. How are you, sir?
Officer, this is Bob Layton.
Yes, sir.
I assume the mayor's trying to get you an event.
Yes, sir.
Nah, it's just my commuter from Naperville. Shut the fuck up. You're not a real person.
And you're with the mayor right now.
Yes, sir.
Can you let him pass?
After Layton talks to the officer and asks if Whipple can go through, but Officer Vogt says Whipple can't.
I turned into a neighborhood cleanup, and I called here after this guy told me I'm no longer welcome at the neighborhood cleanup, and that now he is going to be the, I guess, the authority on who can do a neighborhood cleanup and drop things off and can't, which is definitely not what we do at City Hall, and that's why you're on the phone right now, Bob. That's the complaint. Not that I need to go in the back of the line, is that this guy tried to kick me out of what we appropriate for neighborhood cleanups based on his attitude and not on any facts.
Wait, what?
Got it. All right, Mayor, I've got one.
All right.
May I have the officer's name again?
Officer Vogt.
Hey, can you spell that, please?
Yes, sir. VOGT.
Okay, thank you, officer. Okay. And,
oh shit, I know Officer Vogt. Actually a nice guy for a cop. I mean, it seems like he's a decent fucking dude here, for sure. I don't know how nice you can be at the end of the day, but like, this is pretty solid. This behavior is unironically solid. I'll stand by this any day of the fucking week.
Mayor, where's this happening?
This is at the machinist hall. There's one of the neighborhood cleanups. I got a bunch of stuff from one of my rentals coming through. I noticed that this guy didn't know who I was. I tried to ask him questions, and then also I just wanted to see how he would talk to citizens. And this is how we're being treated.
Mayor Whipple appears infuriated with Officer Vogt, but he seems to be the one acting in an entitled manner. Layton then again asks for the officer's name and asks the mayor about his location. As the officer walked away from Whipple's vehicle, Vogt mentioned that all the dumpsters were full and that Whipple could still not unload his items.
I'll be right back with you.
Can I unload my stuff?
Nope, we don't have any dumpsters to unload it.
I love little things like this, like zoning, like different zones for different kind of dumping and like how big of an ordeal this becomes. I had no clue about why this would be a big issue until I became a homeowner. And like, you have a lot of trash, right? And it's fucking so annoying. Like, trash pickup is one of the most annoying things on the planet. Because you have so much of it. And if like, let's say you put your trash can out and like someone parks in front of your house and the garbage man is just like, yeah, I'm not going to get it. Fuck this guy. You're just stuck. You're just stuck with that trash for the week. You know what I mean? That's when you really find out like, oh shit, this is a huge part. This is a huge part of living like this. Someone stole my trash can in LA. That happens too. First world problems. Like, wait, what? Like, what do you live in fucking Indonesia? Like, are you living in the trash heap? Like, what's happening? Why did you just say that? Put it in front of your driveway? I usually do.
They're all full.
Officer Vogt then goes inside a restaurant and questions some witnesses on the matter.
I just asked you to tell me what you saw. That way it's...
Well, I just...
Bro, this guy is literally doing an investigation, dog. This is like RoboCop, dude. I've never seen anything like it. If cops behaved like this on serious issues, like there would be infinitely less problems. You know what I mean? He's vengeful for getting a little bored. I mean, I respect it. I really respect it. This guy's gonna write a fucking solid ass report.
Seen him pull up there, and then I seen, was it you that went up there and talked to him?
I tried to, yeah.
And then, you know, he just kind of looked at you, you know, and he didn't do anything to diffuse the situation. He just looked at you, and I know that you told him like 2 or 3 times, and you were starting to get a little bit
stern.
I understand that, yeah, and you kept telling him turn around and go back the other way, and it's just like, I got and you know how this is.
Yes, sir.
My opinion was like, he just kind of like, don't you know who I am?
Yeah, I didn't recognize who he was. Did you recognize who he was initially? Okay, I just didn't catch it.
After he got there, and he kept saying, well, I just got a question, and he just looked at you, and it's like, dude, you had to know where the end of the line was.
Yeah. Did you, so you heard me tell him to go back, and did you see him comply with that? Did you see him comply with that?
He just kind of looked at you. That's what I said. In my opinion, he did nothing to diffuse the situation.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it.
And you know, I support Brandon. Mm-hmm. But in that instance, from what I see, he was in the wrong.
Okay.
Not long after, Vogt approached District 4 Community Services representative Rebecca Fields, telling her he thought he just got them all in a little hot water.
Hey, Becca. So, I probably just got us all in a little hot water. The mayor showed up and didn't want to follow instructions to come in here. So he's already filed a complaint on me with the manager. I didn't recognize him initially. Well, I told him to turn around and leave, and he refused and said, no, I'll ask you a question. I said, no, you need to turn around and go back out, because he drove around our cars and came in here. I said, no, you need to turn around. So now he's...
Yo, where's the... Yeah, it is a community dump, which is the entire state of Idaho, Indiana, sorry, or wherever the fuck this is. But, sorry, I'm still mad at Indiana. It's Kansas. Whatever, dude. Indiana deserves all the strays after what I learned about fucking Fort Wayne, dude. It's nuts. Officer Vaught fucked my wife in 2016. Shut the fuck up. God damn, small shit gets turned into a huge deal in these places. Yes, 100%. Because, okay, this is the average cop, okay, in most of America. You understand? That's why they're not like under any sort of imminent threat, despite the fact that they do the thin blue line shit. There's literally nothing going on. Like, the only time something happens in small towns like this is in a fucking David Lynch movie, okay? Like, that's the only time those small towns get any action, when you got, like, fucking, I don't know, like interdimensional vampires doing murders or some shit. You understand? It's just like they don't do anything. No, I literally I live in Wichita, and this was all anyone talked about for like a month. Our town does this once a year for 1 to 2 days. You can dump anything for free, stuff that you can't normally throw away. Way worse than missing your weekly pickup. Wait. DA charges. Wait, what? Wichita Police Department Officer Samuel Dugo has been charged with felony aggravated battery. No, this is a different officer. Nah, violent crime per capita is higher. It just doesn't touch the cops. Not a fan, not an Indiana fan, but you are a dick to any state that isn't Cali or New York. I mean, I shit on fucking California all the goddamn time too. I live in it, dude. What are you talking about? I literally, I pay so much fucking taxes so that our dipshit fucking police department can spend $8 million a day to do nothing, okay? Twiddle their fucking thumbs and shove it in their asses. The fuck do you mean? Not true. You were very generous in New Hampshire tonight. Even called it fun. I've heard you shit on every state except for like Wyoming. Yeah, no, I've shit on Wyoming too. But Wyoming usually doesn't get a lot of flack because it's just a cow state. More cows than people type state. You know what I mean? So there's nothing there's absolutely nothing going on in Wyoming for me to even shit on it. The last chatter was like, yo, check it out. He never shot on Alaska. I have before. Alaska has like a interesting UBI structure for oil extraction because nobody wants to live there unless they are literally evading the law. Okay? Alaska is for oil drilling and also evading the law. If you're a serial killer, you go and you live in Alaska. There are terrible rapes and murders of indigenous peoples happening in Wyoming. What are you trying to deny it for? What do you mean nothing is happening? My most normal chatter, dude. I said nothing is happening. Oh, Christ, dude. I thought you were literally just like, you know, even as a joke, it's crazy when people are just like, let me wrap you up in a fucking, you know, organized rape, criminal rape conspiracy.
He told me, well, this is because you're being rude to me and you're yelling at me. I said, no, you need to turn around and leave. So he called Layton, filed a complaint on me because I'm rude. And he wants to know about if he can go ahead and dump his stuff. I said, no, we don't have a dumpster for you to dump your stuff. This one just pulled in. He mentioned to Layton that I didn't know who he was, which I didn't initially recognize him. I was quite a ways away.
I can't skip
But
Where's he at now?
he's right there in the red shirt. I was going to ask. I told him also when he refused to comply. I said, you're no longer welcome. You need to leave. And he said, now this I've dictated but that's the same way we treated other people that have refused to comply with our instructions. If you wanted me to allow him to go and bring his stuff up and dump, or to tell him to leave. He said these are from his rental properties, which would be part of his businesses. That's what he also told the manager.
What?
That's what he said. I heard him tell the manager that, which also would mean his stuff is not from his personal property.
Vogt explains to Field all that had happened up until then and confesses how he didn't initially recognize the mayor. Fields later approached Whipple and asked why, as a District 3.
Has anyone ever lost this much from skipping a line, by the way? What's the most you've ever lost after skipping a line and getting caught? It's kind of nuts. Officer Vaught hit and killed a little girl on his patrol car in 2012. I can't tell if chatters are just like going nutty mode and making stuff up or what's happening here. Oh my God. You're not lying. Parents sue over Wichita police car hitting girl. Is this the same Vaught? 2012? There you go. ACAP. Yes, it's the same Vaught. I'm local to the area. Well, there you go. Chatter was like, he's a good cop. Turns out, no, not a great cop. You know, there it is.
Resident, he was trying to dump items at a District 4 neighborhood cleanup.
Here's your ID back, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Did you get a
Here's your
mailer?
ID back, sir.
A mailer? I don't know if I got a mailer or not. Why?
Because it's only for a certain residential area.
Right. And I'm in that area.
So, okay.
Town Reddits go crazy. Whipple versus WPD Officer Vaught. For reference, the officers Atlee Vaught, on behalf of whom the city of Wichita paid $300,000 to the family of a 12-year-old girl, Vaught hit and killed his cruiser when responding to a call at high speeds without using lights, sirens, and city limits. Vaught was never charged. Oh, yeah. America is so fucking...
So why are you dumping for your wages? Because you're a nice guy.
What do you mean?
It's, okay,
No, like
for the
my property.
It's for the residents.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's from your home.
Cops clocking in every day at the vehicular manslaughter factory. Yeah. It's great. They love drunk driving and vehicular manslaughter in general. They're
yes.
Whipple indicates he has rental property in District 4 and is cleaning up a property for a family member. Fields eventually stopped pushing Whipple.
His opponent is backed by Americans for Prosperity and is running on restoring the trust between the mayor and the police. Oh my God. I live in Wichita, and yes, he's not a good guy. Whipple is not great, but the lady... Why are there so many Wichita chatters who know the fucking mayor personally and also know this cop personally too? What is there, like 3 cops in the city? What's happening? We've had like probably 20 different people chirp about Officer Vaught. Some saying he's a good guy. Only one person saying he's a good guy, and many people saying he's not a good guy. A lot of people are fucking shitting on... Like, do I have half of Wichita in here? They did like the Brazil mention meme, but for Wichita, and everyone materialized in my chat. There was a guy who said Officer Vaught fuck my wife, which I don't believe. But now I don't know. Maybe I do believe it. Whipple's not a great guy, but the lady he's running against currently is crazy and is funded and dating a Koch brother. The WPD is so corrupt. A person know 2 cops that are still serving that have killed. Dude, it's like 100 people living there, and 20 of them are in the chat. Hey, I didn't know that about Vaught. I just used to work with him at my bowling alley.
Whipple about his residence. After their interaction, Vogt apologized to the mayor, saying he didn't recognize when he first met him. The officer then directs Whipple to re-enter the line to dump his trash.
I'm sorry you felt that I was rude. I did.
We opened up a can of worms about, like, you know, police corruption, negligence, vehicular manslaughter, you know what I mean? What the fuck?
Didn't recognize you at first, but the reason we're so strict on the rules is because it gets ridiculous.
Right,
And somebody else had followed you in immediately, which that's why it amplifies the problem. That's why we try to redirect quickly and as fast as we could.
No, I understand. I didn't know what was happening, and then yeah.
There is, yes.
I didn't know that line was this.
Yep.
I never seen it like that.
She said go ahead, though, if you want to pull up to this first one since you're already in here and get it done.
All right. Thank you,
yep.
Unfortunately, Mayor Whipples ended up leaving this situation unharmed due to his political power and influence.
What is he supposed to do? Kill him? Like, he just skipped the line, dude. What the fuck? Unfortunately, he left without getting his fucking ass beat, dog. That's crazy.